Good morning. It is my honor to share with you a book that I have recently written entitled How May I Serve You? A Revelation in Education. This story is about education, but it is taken and written and hoped read from a very different context, integrating education and all that life is after we leave those classrooms and those schools. Across the nation and the world at this time, the headlines of how educational reform and how to improve schools is daily. We see it across our newspapers and in every social media. We need to think about this because when our students leave those classrooms, they are going to be asked to critically think, to creatively go through life, problem solving, employing the skill of empathy and compassion. I'd like for you just to take a second and think about maybe a child of yours or a student that you know, a young adult, and I want you to think about what your one wish or desire is for that student. And I think most of us would respond with wanting happiness for them, wanting them to feel passionate about what they do after they leave school. We would want them to be healthy, and we would want them to feel optimistic about anything they do in life. These desires I just stated are the core components of How May I Serve You? A Revelation in Education. This story is about a compassionate presence felt not only by students, but by educators, administrators, parents, and all of us in the community. When we feel a compassionate presence and we share that with our students, we invite them to explore and to remember their strengths, their interests, their passions, and their innate genius. How do we connect with one another and build optimism and resiliency inside public, charter, and private schools? We do this through two very important concepts, philosophies, and/or skills that I discuss in this book. And the first one is the ability to shift perspective. This is such an important skill because by shifting our perspective on any event or an experience, a child and an adult is able to create a more optimistic view of that situation. And the other skill that I discuss in great detail in this book is the use of questions. When we ask another, what do you need? How can I help you? What can I do to make this better? How can I serve you? These invite our students and they invite us to self-reflect and to discover the gifts that we can offer inside this world. Research repeatedly reports that when perspectives broaden, there is a deep increase in hopefulness, optimism, clarity of thought, and an enhanced long-term memory, and most important, and an improved and strengthened immune system. We cannot afford any longer to neglect the emotional and social lives of each and every one of us, and the power of relationship and building those relationships inside of our schools that last far beyond our 12 years or 16 years in schools. In this story, the reader is asked to move within, listening to that intuitive heart, the inner teacher that knows and understands and remembers the questions long before they've even been asked, embracing all of life's experiences and learning from those far beyond the walls of schools. Please visit my website, www.revelationineducation.com. How May I Serve You? A Revelation in Education will be available December 1st, 2011. It may be found on my website along with a variety of articles and blogs discussing positivity, optimism, resiliency, and I invite you to interact and to read and to share your thoughts and notions as we look deeply at the social and emotional skills that drive higher assessment scores and close the achievement gaps that are discussed right now on a daily basis. Thank you so much.